Hello. Now, I was asked by a very special person to do a video on manifestation, and I am so excited to do it. I'm glad to be asked to do this because I love talking about this topic, especially with individuals who understand the concept of it or those who are interested in learning of it. It's just from one end to the next. I love talking about this topic. So let's just dive into it. My opinion, my belief, to really effective to manifest things in your life, there are certain things that needs to happen in your life. So one of the things is self love. You have to really love yourself. Love that understanding who you are, understand your power and authority here in the earth. And secondly, understanding that you're self aware of who you are and how your energy works. So it is a level of awakening that needs to take place because life shows up from us. We've been so many different influences in our life. It's getting back to who your true nature is, right? So after life has showed up, you have to constantly come back to your center and be grounded in that. So there's a lot of books, a lot of gurus talking about how to manifest laws of attraction, all those great things. But one of the things is to understand is uniquely defined for you. So how things may manifest and what signs and wonders you may see, I may not see, but that's okay. That's your flow. So it's really understanding your flow. And so some of the things that I would like to discuss today is how my flow works, and maybe yours may be similar, or you may pick up on some things that can help you with your manifestations. So let's talk about those things. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the self healing piece. You have to allow yourself to heal, be able to grow. I mean, you got to basically feel it, believe it, and know it. And also, you have to get into that flow and allow it. All right? Don't be resistant to allow for it. Don't try to control how the manifestation will come. Say, for example, here in the United States, we just celebrated our holiday. In that holiday, every year is certain things that I eat, right? And it's based on my spiritual reasons. But is this something that I enjoy to have? Well, this holiday season, because we were self quarantine, I didn't have that to cook and prepare for myself. I couldn't go to a restaurant, you're doing the social distancing, can't go to anyone else's house to have it. So I said, you know what? I believe I'll still have this. It will be prepared wonderfully and it would taste so well. So Sunday was a holiday. I didn't have it. Well, lo and behold, Monday morning, 9 o'clock a.m., I get a call from my cousin, and she says, "Hey, I'm going to Coxo's to pick up some toilet paper and paper towel. How would you like to go in with me, and we could just split the cost?" I said, "Sure." She said, "Oh, did you get your what you like, Sunday?" I said, "No, I didn't." She said, "Well, guess what? I'm going to prepare some for you today. I'm going to prepare some for my family, and you can have some today." I said, "Great." So I went to go pick it up Monday evening. It was delicious. I enjoyed every bit of it. And that was just a little thing. I put it out there, didn't know how it was going to manifest, didn't know who, where, how. I just know I was going to get it. And yeah, I didn't have it on that day, but it came that next day. And so I didn't bomb and say, you know what? I didn't get it Sunday, so it's not going. I didn't have it on holiday. No, no, no. I knew that that thing was coming to me. So let's talk about a bigger manifestation and how this worked, and hope you can learn from something about really feeling it and just knowing it. Just like you don't guess, you can just speak it and let it go. For example, I had to move last year, and in moving, I really got specific in what I wanted. I wanted a new construction home, either to somehow attract the money to actually pay for it cash, or a new construction home that I can rent that only one person had lived in there, only one tenant prior to me. And the address had to equal number 9, and it had to have 3 bedrooms, attached garage, 2-car garage. It had to have a beautiful kitchen and walk-in closet and a garden tub. I was very specific. This is what I wanted. And this home had to be a place for my healing to take place because in 2018, I had lost two very important people in my life. And I knew I needed to heal. So the maintenance needed to be low. Right? Because I was focusing on my healing. So when I was working with a real estate agent, she was going home. None of these felt right. It just, she said, "Oh, it's going to be so hard to find a new construction home with only one person have lived in there." I said, "Okay, you know what? I believe I'm an energy match for what I want. So I'm taking it from here. So I tell her, thank you for her services. For right now, I'm going to do this. So I got on the web. I found a new construction home. Called the agent who was representing the home. And she said, you know what? Ma'am, you seem to be a nice person. I know you said you need to move right away. However, we have two people already waiting for this house. They already applied for the house. I'm not going to take your application money like that. You're just going to have to, but I have some other homes in a whole different area. It's about 40 miles from where I wanted to move. She was like, well, what would you like to do? Would you like to see the homes? I said, you know what? I'm going to see those homes. Even though in my mind I knew somehow, some way, the other home was my home. But I said, I'm going to walk this out. I need to walk this out. So I met with her to view the other two homes. We pulled up and parked our cars. And when I was walking up to her, she said, hey, you're the one who wanted the house in the other area. I said, yeah. She said, you know what? It didn't work out with those two individuals. So if you're still interested, and I remember you saying you're a real estate agent in a different state. I said, yeah, my license are in the escrow. She said, well, you know what? I'll give you a lockbox. You go over and look at it, and if you like it, then we'll go for that. But I said, okay. She said, but I think you should look at these homes. So I looked at those homes. I left her. She said, because she had another appointment, she couldn't come with me to look at the home. I went to look at the home, and I was like, you know what? I had already had a dream. Just to backtrack a little bit, I had already had a dream of me sitting in the kitchen with a gentleman, eating a spring salad and a crab cake, looking out the window. And so I knew how the kitchen window would look. So I came into home, I looked downstairs and I looked at the kitchen window and I just laughed at myself because it was the one I saw in my dream. And then I came upstairs. I was going to the master room, looking at the master bathroom, and I just shook my head. I was like, oh, this is so my home. And then I saw a visual of me and my two kids playing. So I get open visions to know something is for me. And so I saw that and I knew it was my home. So the application process took a long time. Actually, me and my kids moved out my home. We moved into a hotel, a Hilton Hotel, for a couple weeks, about a week and a half until I was even approved. But I had already moved myself out the other home because they were selling that home. I had put my stuff in storage near the property, not even being approved yet. And then when approval came in, it was, selling from there. But the fact is that I was very specific. The address equaled 9. It had everything on my list. It even had some bonuses. But I truly believe it. I did not doubt that that was my home. I felt the vibration. I had saw the window in my dream, and I did it. And how I raised my vibration when I was at home living in my older address, I would put on music and I would dance thinking about my new home. I would act like I'm unlocking the key to my new home. So it's some things you need to really do when it comes to manifesting. And I wish everyone's successful in doing it. Again, like I said, read the books, watch the videos, but what pick up? Just really learn about your energy and your vibration, and really being okay with letting it go. I manifest things in my career. I said I wanted an opportunity where I can really work with children. And now teens have just been meeting with me in public places. My kids are younger than teenagers. And so this manifestation here was about what I'm called to serve now. And I said what I wanted. I said, well, if it's meant for me to work with teenagers, I needed to fit in my schedule with my children. I need to be flexible, and it need to be a contract, it need to be long term, so I can really make a difference in teenagers' lives because they're dealing with their mindset and really helping them with the self love piece, because that's something that's dear to my heart. Is where I had to learn and grow the most, and so I'm depositing that into others. And because every teen that came to me really just needed more awareness of themselves and more self love to really embrace who they are and who they're growing to be without all the negative influences that life throws at them. And they're in a very tight, I don't want to say tight, but they're in a very area of growth, and you can grow in the right direction or the wrong direction. So just being that light in their life and on their path is a blessing. And so when I said what I wanted on the Monday, I prayed, I let it go. I said, okay, I don't know how to find this opportunity to work with these teenagers, but if that's what you do, I would do. I just asked that it be flexible, it'd be a long-term contract, and it would fit in the schedule with me and my children. So basically, on Wednesday, a girlfriend of mine was meeting with someone else, a meeting, and they asked, do you know someone who, I'm trying to hire a contractor to work this assignment? And she said when she looked at it, she just knew it was me. It was all that. And I hadn't told her that I had a desire to work with teens. So she called me and she said, hey, I just left this meeting with a young lady. I can't chat. She texted me. She said, I'm going to take a picture of this description of this contract for this assignment and let me know if you're interested. So I read it out of this laugh because it was everything that I asked for. It's a 5-year contract, is working with the youth and their parents. And I was like, oh my God. So what she did was she sent it to me. She said, Thursday morning, hey, they're in a meeting discussing the picture. Do you want it? I said, yes. She said, well, lady said, just send her your cover letter and resume. I said, well, give me a second to do the cover letter. And I sent it to Lady Lady, said, can I interview you on Monday? And I said, sure, interview on Monday. She said, well, after the interview, I felt the match. And I knew in the interview that it was, I was a contractor she was going to choose. But she said, oh, I have one more person interview. I'll let you know by Friday. That was Monday. Tuesday morning, she called me in 9 o'clock a.m. hour and say, hey, we want to grant your contract. We don't want to lose you. So what I want to say is be specific, trust it, feel it, know it. Again, find your own flow to bring in your life and allow it. Don't control it, just allow it. Thank you, and I wish you a happy life with manifestation all your heart desires.